we're going to start off by planting up some containers over here in this area, and they are going to complement the hydrangeas that we already have growing in ground in my garden. I know oftentimes I get asked, do you have anything growing in ground, or is everything just in containers in your garden? And great question, because I do a lot of container gardening, but the answer is both. But I brought out two types of hydrangeas here because I want to compare them to see which one is more closer to the color. Now, I do kind of feel like that I have the one marked out as original, but the reason why this came up in question is because I have a little bit of variation in color from what my hydrangeas are typically in this area. So I'll show you those, but let's hop in and we'll look at the hydrangeas really quick and compare and see which one we're going to go with. Actually, first let me show you the plants that we're going to be using here. Right here we have some lobelia, and I love this lobelia one because it's going to be very, very cheap for us here. So we have a 8-pack here, and with our 8-pack, these are going to run us $3.98. So on this flat here, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for 20 bucks, I'm going to show you how far we're going to be stretching this lobelia here. And it's going to go a lot further than what you think it's going to go. Now, I love the true blue color, but it still has that purple undertone in the blue. But when you look at it, it's more of like an electric blue. Then also we're going to be using this beautiful begonia here. This is a tuberous begonia. We have our seed pod. You can keep the seed pod, let it age out, or you can go ahead and pop it out. We have our seeds in here, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to pop off that seed pod. And then also, one of the things that I love about flowers is when you are in different stages and phases of blooms, you can see just all of the beauty of nature here. All of the beauty of nature. Like, look at this one right here. Just look at how you can see that bud just being formed. So we are going to be using these begonias here, and then we have our two different types of hydrangeas. So with our hydrangeas, we have one that is more along the bluish blurple purple side, if you will, and these will age to a deep dark electric blue. But then also you can see where we have that lighter blue color, that pastel blue that I so love. I believe this one is the hydrangea that we're going to be using because I had it marked for original, meaning that I didn't play with the color. I didn't come in and use any type of supplements to make it a deeper blue or anything like that. So I believe this is the one that's going to be closer to it. But this one also could go because I'm noticing that I'm having a different type of variation of color inside my hydrangea. Now, don't mind this right here. The hydrangea is not burnt, it's just dirt. I mean, I absolutely love it. Let's snag one of these hydrangeas out of the cart here, and then we'll start comparing. We're going to go with this one first because I think that this is the one that we're looking for. If we go and we do a side by side as far as the blooms that we have here, we are spot on. So this is what color I'm gonna go with here. I mean, you can't even tell the difference from one hydrangea shrub to the next when I have this one right here. We'll go ahead and we'll start planting up our containers over here. These two containers are clogged, so we are going to go ahead and forfeit the soil that's in there in order to unclog them. Our hole is now clear, so we'll go ahead and set down a piece of screen. That way our soil stays in. It does not clog the hole, but then also it'll stop it from getting clogged up during the season. Because this is a smaller vessel, we're going to be at a high risk for the plants just taking over this container and not having anywhere to go. Therefore, the roots are going to go searching, and the first thing it's going to attack is our hole here. Same thing here. Is what we look like. So on either side I came in and I did a begonia, and these begonias are tuberous, so you have some of the blooms that have the double and then some are single. Let's find one with a double. Do we have any on this one? Nope. Okay, better example right here. So here's a double and here's a single. So I went ahead, I plopped the hydrangea in, but then on the opposite sides, I came in and I used that lobelia. I like the airiness of it, but what I like most about it is the color here. I totally love it. These are starting to droop down. When you plant your hydrangeas up, your hydrangeas are going to droop. The worst thing that you could do is come out during the heat of the day and go ahead and water them in. I know it sounds like that's the perfect thing to do, but you will more than likely end up scorching them. Go ahead, let them droop down, and then they'll go ahead and they'll pick back up by the morning time. And if you just feel like you have to put some water on there, you want to wait until it's closer to nighttime. So these were further drooped down a little bit more. The other one for sure, this one is protected a little bit more by the house. So I will show you what the other one looks like once it droops down, but I'm telling you it's going to be absolutely fine. But I did want to point out one thing about my hydrangea bush over here, because, and let me get close up on it, because it is absolutely covered in blooms. I'm gonna cast a little bit of shade around this hydrangea right here. Can you see how we have that different variation where you can see some pink here and the same thing in this one right here? But if we go here, then you can see where we have more of that true blue color. I just love it. I mean, any stage of bloom, I absolutely love it here. And it's not done because deep down inside right here, this is going to be another hydrangea bloom. So your microphylla, your big leaf hydrangeas, and they call them big leaves because they have, here's a good example, they have these large, big, huge leaves here. Absolutely just gorgeous, and I'm totally obsessed with them. Totally obsessed. I mean, and the blooms just span all the way around. You see nothing but bloom after bloom after bloom. Just gorgeous. We're now going to come in and limb up this maple tree here, because behind here we have a container that sits on a pedestal. But in order for us to be able to plant this up, I do want to go ahead, trim up the maple tree here. We'll also work a little bit on clearing out a little bit of the weeds that are on the bottom of this maple here, and that's going to give us the opportunity to now be able to come and see all the way back here. Now, I am one for using trees to shape views, but in this area it's just not necessary. So we're going to start by trimming this back. Shouldn't really take us long, and it's going to look like night and day because now we'll be able to see straight through. We have another invasive. If you all know what the name of this bush is right here, please comment down below. That way I can figure out what environment it likes and eradicate it from my garden. So here is what it looks like. Here is the stem. So we're going to just come in and clean up this area. We have some vinca here. The vinca, this is good for containers, but if you plant it, it is going to take off. Here's our Amazon package. So hopefully this is our fountain. Let's go open it. We're going to go ahead and see. Nope. Not our fountain pump. So what I think we're going to do, I'm going to give it a little bit more time. If the fountain pump has not come within the next couple of hours, we'll just head out. We'll grab a new pump because I can always stand to have a pump on hand. So the one that we get from Amazon, we'll go ahead and we will tuck that away somewhere for if we need it for another fountain. But for right now, I do want to go ahead and get the fountain up. So let me show you the next containers that we're going to be planting. Next, we're going to use some begonia hanging baskets. And I love using hanging baskets for my planters because you get instant impact. But we're going to also save money with these planters as well. We do have drip tubing inside of these containers here that we'll be using, and we are going to keep the same soil that we had in here, and we'll go ahead and get these planted up really quick. You see what I mean by our hydrangea is going to droop over? So it's drooping over, but no worries. I'll make sure to show you what the hydrangea looks like in the AM. We are not going to give it any more water, and it's going to be absolutely fine. And our begonias are just looking absolutely delicious. We'll run over here really quick and get the pump. So it started raining on our way out here, And it was a kind of a bummer because it was really a nice day. Typically, they keep the pumps down in this area back here. So we'll go ahead and see if they have the pump that I'm looking for. And I am not seeing any of the pumps over here. No fountain pumps, pool stuff, and more pool stuff right here. So we'll go and look down this way and see if they have any pumps. Wait, where are they keeping their fountains at? Oh, here we go, right here. Here's some pond stuff. So typically you'll see the pumps right there. So and so when I'm looking for a pump, I like to get the one, see, prevents pump burnout by shutting off when the water is too low. And this is by Smart Pond. But does it come with the light? And this one looks like it's open, so we definitely don't want this one. Let's see. And normally it's a little bit more expensive, so I'm not thinking that this is the one that we need, because I need the one that has the light to it. Okay, let's turn it around to see what all it includes. Well, since it's open, technically we could go ahead and see if it's a light in there. So we'll set this down right here. Go right on inside. Oh, it's closed right there. I just need to see, does it have a light? And I don't think it does. Here we go. This is what we need. Okay, so fountain pump with low water shut off. And where's the light? But then if we don't get one that has a light in it, is it the end of the world? No. Does it make it look better? Absolutely. So let's see. All right, this is the same one. All right, this one right here. I don't want nothing that look like it's open or that somebody had it and brought it back. All right, this one looks sealed up. So we'll go with this one. Let's check out. You too, thank you. I have the pump already installed. I'm just making sure it's level. And if it's not, then I'll take my toilet shims and place my toilet shims, in which this is off. This is level, but this part right here Could go up just a little bit. We are slightly off. So right there will be perfect. While the fountain fills up, I do want to add a little bit of a touch to the planters that we planted up. So let's head over. Let me go turn off the water. And it's still not working because it's not going at the top. I didn't plug it in. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, honey. And we have it. And it's working. And it's working. Ah! Finally. working. So I'm super excited, and I got so tired of waiting on Amazon. I just went ahead and got me a new fountain pump, and we are working. Total vibe, just the sound of the fountain. Hold on, let's take it all in. Super duper excited. I'm so excited, y'all. I'm so excited. I figured while I was out here, I should start watering, but I'm super excited with how this area is starting to take shape and form. And although our hydrangea hedge is not magnificent in the background, this is going to be one of the areas that we're going to be working on this year in the garden. But I'm super excited. I totally love the containers that I planted up. And I completely forgot to show you all what the planters look like that we planted up with the begonias. And then we also continued on using our lobelia that we got the flats for 20 bucks. So let's take a peek at them real quick. So we have our begonias, and look how beautiful these begonias are. They are absolutely stunning. So we have our non-stop begonias or tuberous begonias here, and then around the base of the container we came in and we just slightly dressed it periodically with a little bit of lobelia. Now our lobelia will continue to grow out and start to fold over the container, but for right now our show is definitely these begonias. They are absolutely gorgeous and I totally love it, and it only complements our view in the background, and then it draws your eye over right back over there to the yellow that's glowing up underneath that hydrangea. Totally love it, and the fountain only complements the show that we have going on here.